Bar Association, that's Yahweh Champon Boafo, has urged the government to intensify its fight against illegal mining, also known as galamsey, by targeting the powerful individuals alleged to be fueling the illicit activity, while addressing attendees of the 2024-2025 Annual General Conference in Kumasi on Monday, September 9. Boafo stressed the critical need to decisive action to combat galamsey, which has had devastating effects on the environment and local communities. Ashanti Regional Correspondent Isaac Justice Bediako has more.
An issue which poses an existential threat to our nation so severe that His Excellency the President put his presidency on the line, unfortunately has degenerated into a political football match between the major political parties as to who polluted the water the most. It was quite shocking and most regrettable when a member of the leadership of Parliament on the floor of Parliament stated that the minority party during this period in government polluted the waters of Ghana more than the ruling party. Such a responsible statement by a member of Parliament is symptomatic of the malaise affecting our dear nation. Every issue must be reduced to partisan point scoring while our nations bleeds dry. It reveals an uncaring political elite only interested in holding lofty positions in government. The state must be honest and deal with the real powers behind this menace. We cannot deal with galamsey by organizing public fora and making noise on our airwaves. We will be playing the ostrich without future if we pretend as we are now. The government must be honest and bold and fish out this evil access of powerful interest.
All right, so the GBA president, Boafo's comments come as illegal mining continues to pose a significant threat to Ghana's water bodies and natural resources, with calls for a more aggressive crackdown on those responsible. However, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame, in his address, said the government is fully committed to the fight against illegal mining activities that continue to threaten the country's vegetation cover and water bodies. Well, he said some 76 persons have so far been convicted for their involvement in illegal mining since year 2021.
Illegal mining, galamsey, continues to cause incalculable damage to our forest reserves and water bodies. In the teeth of the difficulties prosecutors encounter in the courts in the prosecution of illegal mining offences, the criminal division has enjoyed some success, even though there is still room for more to be done. From August 2021 to date, at least 76 persons, including 18 foreigners, have been convicted. They include the acclaimed Chinese galamsey Kweku, GHOne, who was convicted on 4th December 2023 of offences committed between 2014 and 2016 in the era of the previous government. Most of the convicts were sentenced under the new law at 995 to a minimum of 15 years plus a hefty fine for a non-Ghanaian. Currently, over 40 minimum of 15 years plus a hefty fine in the case of a Ghanaian and a minimum of 20 years plus a fine for a non-Ghanaian. Currently, over 140 cases of illegal mining involving over 850 accused persons are being prosecuted in courts in the Western, Eastern, Ashanti, Greater and Upper East regions of Ghana.
Within the coming days, we would want to peruse the GBA meeting and share more details with you. But for now, we'll look at other stories as the youth of Achim Esium in the Kwabebre municipality of the Eastern region on Sunday stormed 5 illegal mining, that's galamsey sites, in a daring move to stop illegal mining activities that have severely damaged their water bodies, crops and farmlands. Well, the confrontation led to the arrest of 4 site foremen who were handed over to the police. Well, according to the youth, repeated warnings to the illegal miners to halt their activities have been ignored. Well, they claim the mining operations have caused massive destruction to their lands and water resources, which threatens their livelihoods. Well, let's engage our Eastern Regional correspondent, GHOne, for more on this particular development. Kojo, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Now, I'd want to find out from you, first, what really pushed these young men in that bravado style to move in and attack the sites?
Well, Kweku, so when you come to the Eastern region, the illegal mining menace is widespread. And one of the communities that is worst affected is GHOne in the Kweku district. And according to the youth in the community, they have tried several efforts trying to contact the security operatives or the security services and even some government officials to come in or intervene to fight the menace. However, they've looked on or been waiting for action to be taken for quite a long time. Nothing is happening. However, the illegal miners continue to mine with impunity, polluting their river body and even farmlands and farms or crops that some farmers have planted. So on Sunday, they decided to mobilize to invade this illegal mining site, which, according to the residents, even the miners are mining even close to houses. So they have to invade the site to ensure that they face these illegal miners, some of whom were wielded guns, hence fired warning shots when they saw the mob coming to their sites. However, the youth were able to arrest 5 site foremen who were in charge of this mining activities happening. When I spoke to some of the chiefs, according to them, these individuals were initially summoned to the palace to explain, or produce documents that cover or that give them the legitimacy to mine. And when they look through their documents, most of these small-scale miners produce prospecting licenses, which does not guarantee or give them the power or legitimacy to mine. However, they are mining, deeply in the area, which is, destroying their arable lands. That is the more reason why the youth also mobilized to stop them. So as we speak, the 5 people that were arrested have been handed over to the police for the police to conduct further investigation for prosecution. The youth are still accusing some of the chiefs for conniving with this illegal miners, for taking monies from them and allowing them to mine. However, the chiefs have denied this allegation.
GHOne, thank you very much for joining us tonight with the latest from GHOne in the Kweku district on illegal mining activities there. Our cameras will be staying there. We'll be bringing you more details on the site foremen who were arrested. It's now time to bring you all the details you're waiting for on Election Hub. All right, so let's talk politics. And today has been a busy day at the Electoral Commission as various political party flag bearers trooped there to file their nominations ahead of the December polls. Well, the first to file his nomination was the flag bearer of the governing MPP, Dr. Mamudu Bawumia, who was accompanied by party executives and campaign team members. Well, he expressed hope in winning and called on Ghanaians to protect the country's democracy.
Accompanied by national executives of the NPP, Dr. Mamudu Bawumia arrived at the corporate offices of the Electoral Commission to present his nomination papers. General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Frimpong Kujia, disclosed that all documents required by the Electoral Commission are intact.
We have the voter's ID card of his running mate, Dr. Matu Puku Prempe, Attached is also the task clearance certificate of Dr. Matthew Kweku. Then audit service under Declaration of Assets and Liability under Article 286 of 1992 Constitution is also cleared by the audit service. And finally, we also have his background check by the Criminal Investigation Department, and just as his boss is also clean. So, Madam Chair, without wasting my time, I want to officially present this documentation to you for your acceptance and perusal.
Receiving the documents from the NPP, Chairperson of the EC, GHOne Mensah, disclosed that 2 teams have been set up to review them and revert.
As part of the Commission's efforts to ensure a transparent, credible, and accountable process, the Commission has developed a detailed checklist that embodies the criteria to be satisfied by presidential candidates as prescribed by law. The checklist will guide the scoring and awarding of marks by teams established by the Commission to scrutinize and review each nomination form submitted. As in 2020, the Commission has established 2 teams which have been tasked to review all forms submitted. The technical team has been tasked to review forms to ensure that the presidential candidates meet the qualifications as set out by law, namely that the candidate is at least 40 years of age, that he or she has satisfied all tax obligations, and that he or she has nominated a vice presidential candidate, among others.
While praying for peace ahead of the elections, the NPP flag bearer expressed optimism that the elections will further cement Ghana's democratic credentials.
I want to pray and ask that we all pray for God's blessings for our dear country, Ghana, because we are embarked on this process, which is an election, and these are part of the processes towards the December 7th election. And we need God to continue to bless our country. What we are trying to do is to help uplift our country. We don't want to tear down our country. And so it's very important that our country is uplifted after the election.
Aside from the governing NPP, parties such as the Liberal Party of Ghana, the New Force, All People's Congress, and the opposition National Democratic Congress are all expected to file their nominations Monday.
All right, so Haji Arabi Salifu has joined me right here in the studio. Communications person she is, and she joins me right after their flag bearer has filed his nomination. What next? So Haji, yes, we saw Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia filing his nomination, buoyant and optimistic there. But what next? What is the strategy going to look like? What should Ghanaians look out for?
You skipped out one of his titles, the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana. Oh, you don't want to say that?
No, you say so.
Anyway, he's the incoming.
Neutral here.
Inshallah, he's the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah.
Says you.
Inshallah. Say okay. Even at least say okay.
Oh, Hajia
I know
says
you're dodging it.
Okay.
Hajia says you should say okay. Anyway,
so
you're looking good here.
Thank you. So Hajia, do you have a strategy after this? Or are we just seeing the normal campaign message going on as usual? Or there's a new strategy you're bringing?
Ours is a very composed, calm and collected political party. We always have our staff well prepared, planned, pre-planned before execution. So it's not now that we are going back to the drawing board to fetch a new strategy. This is just a constitutional requirement that we went to fulfill. And I hear and have read that about 34 candidates are expected to go through this process, and the forms were being downloaded from the 2nd of this month, and the whole process is going to span from 19th to 13th or so, or to 15th, is it 15th or 13th or so? So what actually caught my eye is the giving of the half the price of the fee to women. Say if the parliamentary candidates are paying 10,000 Ghana cedis, the female contestants are paying 7,500.
You're giving thumbs up to the Electoral Commission for this initiative.
That's a good one. At least this is environment. This is creating an enabling step or foundation for women to say, okay, even if I were going in a contest, at least I am given some kind of equitable positioning to be able to come with the men and all that. I'm not saying yes, we should always be given that pampering or that support, but it is really necessary to support women on that.
I mean, you've touched on women, but let me come to one area that you could be strong at also, the Zango community. I mean, you've helped.
I am one.
Yeah, in those areas. Look, you've touted a lot in the Zango communities, but do you think that your message has gotten down, that people really accept you? Do you think that it is something you can base on to say that, look, we have delivered in these communities, and so obviously you should look at our direction?
Kweku, I am the Deputy National Comms Director in charge of Zango Communication. That's one. A member of the National Zango campaign.
That's why I put this question
Have you delivered I am as well.
Has the Zango changed in any way?
I am as well a Bari by tribe and a Baara also by tribe, making me 100% Zango person. Now,
if what I go there today, would they say Hajia has really helped us?
Now, what this means to me is that I am very proud and confident to tell you that when I go to my people, I get back the excitement. They tell me that, Rabbi, we long expected MPP to have come this close and closer to us. Now the background is NPP has always been seen as anti-Zango political party. Then prior to 2016 election, His Excellency Nana Addo Kweku said, look, I am not as you are dubbing me or as you are describing me, especially with a vice president who has a Zango wife and a northern vice president who himself is a Zango person. I will do wonders in the Zangos. Not establishing the Zango Development Fund, which is by Act of Parliament 2018. He went on to implement. Some are arguing that you started as a ministry and you had to realign into a directorate and all that. It has to do with implementation of policies. When you have to reposition yourself, you do a move on. Now the whole catch is that we have been able to provide my people, which I have gone to do TikTok videos at, with classroom blocks. When you want to count the 6-unit classroom blocks, today those that are in use are about 69 to 70. 70 because the last one will be commissioned just next week and will be in use. Before we came into power, astrotypes in our Zangos were very, very few, and across the nation were just 3. Today, where football also has growth points in this country, has more than 20 astrotypes in use. The nearest one is the Adama astrotype. Very good shape. You know, some need maintenance and some needs to be taken good care of, and that comes back to the owners of it and the community members that are utilizing this. Government has given us this, and what I am telling you, Kweku, is that the Zango is so happy. That is why you have others now putting their policies in one-page document, saying this is what they want to take to the Zangos or do for the Zangos. They are telling us, Asemesi and Co. they have taken us for granted for so long. From 1992, they have given, or we Zango people have given the NDC free votes. Now they are saying never again. Instead of even keeping the few, Haruna, Idrisu, and Mutaka in their bench or in their forefront, they refuse it. Today, Afenyo Markins, Honorable Afenyo Markins mentioned that. What we are saying is that we have produced you a Muslim, is pro-Zango person as a candidate, as an incoming president, and we have delivered in these Zangos and will come back to improve more and more of what we have done for the Zango people. I'm happy to tell you that I can walk confidently in the Zangos.
I'm grateful, Haji Arabi.
They are arguing on Hajj first, and I'm a member of the Ghana Hajj operations. I want to tell you, Kweku, that we came to meet huge debt at the Ghana Hajj Board, and they will testify to that. We came to clear that. We took the outstanding over 146 pilgrims who couldn't make it to Saudi. We now provide this
your colleague towards you, because yes, so I'll find yes, absolutely.
I would love
but tonight we just give you a bite in just so you speak on it. Please just be seated in your seats while we bring you more from the filing of nominations. Hajia.
And we
Hajia, right after the filing of the nominations by the flag bearer of the governing party, those of the Liberal Party of Ghana, New Force, and all the People's Congress, as well as an independent presidential aspirant, came in to file theirs. Well, they all expressed confidence in winning the December polls.
I think that once we are able to let Ghanaians know that we are a viable, campaign, they would look our way in the elections. We are all part of the duopoly. We also voted for some people in the last election. So if we are ready for change, everybody is ready for change. Everybody is amenable to change. So yes.
It's a different year, different elections, different process. So we should expect to see the APC become the third force of this country. And I'm calling Ghanaians listening that you can only make me a third force if you come out to vote. Don't believe in saying that if we vote for a third force, it will happen. There is no third force unless you make it happen. So I'm calling on the electorate, wherever you are listening to us on the today, and the team of the APC.
All right, so some of the political aspirants in there sharing their thoughts with you. Meanwhile, the nomination papers of the flag bearer of the opposition, NDC, was submitted by the national chairman of the party, that's Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Was speaking after the presentation of the forms. Johnson Asiedu Nketia said all indications show the NDC will win the elections, hence the need for the Electoral Commission to play that neutral role.
From our rounds, there are all indications that change is in their head. And so we just crave your indulgence to secure the peace of the country before, during, and after the elections. We wish to urge the Commission to also play their role as a neutral umpire. We have concerns about the process so far, and I believe we are engaging, and that is the purpose of the engagement, so that we can get mutual conclusions that are acceptable to everybody. But we are not going to sleep over our rights at all getting into these elections. And so we are hopeful that the Commission will listen and listen to us very well and discharge their responsibilities in a manner that will be satisfactory to all participating parties.
All right, so speaking to the media after submitting his forms as the NDC flag bearer, Johnson Asiedu Nketia announced plans by the party to embark on a demonstration across the 16 regions to press home their demands for the officials of the Electoral Commission to conduct themselves in an acceptable manner.
You have been asking us. We have issues about missing BVRs and all that, which I cannot, enumerate here. And you, the media people, were with some of our people who intercepted and retrieved one of the stolen BVDs. So far, we don't have any response. We don't have any feedback as to how the progress is being made on the case involving those who allegedly have been arrested here at your commission and so on. This all generates some amount of, cloud suspicion and all that. And so, those of you who have been asking us, if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters and present further petitions as to why we think that they should conduct themselves in a manner that will guarantee peaceful, free, and fair elections.
All right, so Kelvin Powell Ahlija was at the Electoral Commission. He's joined me right here in the studio. Kelvin, thank you very much for your time this evening. So let me find out from you. We've seen the various presidential candidates who are aspiring to seek our mandate to govern the country in the 2024 elections file their nominations. How many so far has filed their nominations?
All right, so Kweku, this morning, from start to the end of opening of nomination submission, 8 aspirants have filed so far. And that has to do with the first person that came was the NPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mamudu Bawumia, and he was followed by Mr. Andrew Kobena, popularly known as Sofo Bosom. He also filed his nomination. And after him, Cheddar Nana Kwame Bediako of the New Force, but he's contesting as an independent candidate because he was unable to register the New Force as a political party.
Okay, so that's a new line with the New Force.
Yes.
He won't contest as
on the ticket of the New Force, but
as an independent candidate. Okay.
Yes. So after him, another independent candidate by the name of Samuel Apia Dankwa also filed his nomination, and another independent candidate as well, Mr. George Chum Berima. It seems the independent candidates are really taking the grounds this time around. And after him also was the All People's Congress, the leader and founder, Dr. Hassan Ayariga. And interestingly enough, we crown it all with the largest opposition party, the NDC, John Dramani Mahama. But of course, he didn't appear in person. The national chairman of the party, in the person of Johnson Asidu Nketia, and other party functionaries came to file his nomination for him. So these are the people that have filed so far in the course of today. Interesting. I mean, Asidu Nketia raising in some concerns in the, did the EC react to it in any way? Well, his concern of demonstration was outside the EC's confines, so he didn't. But initially, EC made mention that the mere fact that you filed your nomination doesn't guarantee you appearing on the ballot boxes, because they've set up 2 committees, that the technical and the IT committee, to look through and scrutinize every document that you've presented. So they'll be checking on your age. You must be 40 and above. You must. So ballot paper here we're talking about, like 7th December. Okay. So you might not be surprised to see a fewer number of people on the ballot box due to the fact that they might not meet certain requirements like the age, tax obligation. You must have 2 persons. You mean the ballot papers will not be able to? It's not automatic. It's not automatic. The moment it's not automatic that after filing your nomination papers, you will see yourself on the ballot box. Except you meet these obligations. You must be 40 and above. You must be tax compliance. You must have at least 2 persons from each district endorsing your forms. Okay. You must also have a nominee of a running mate. So if you meet all these obligations, you are likely to go through. And also the technical aspect is that, the IT aspect, of course, is that they will scrutinize your ID card, the voter's ID card, to be sure that it's authentic. If it's not authentic, you might have issues. So these are the things the EC voter ID card that could be disqualification. Thank you so much. And I know with the rest also you'll be bringing us more updates from the Electoral Commission. We'll swing into some other political stories, and here the Domahene and president of the Bono Regional House of Chiefs, that's Nana Osajefo Osiadeyo Ajimanbedu II, is urging the Electoral Commission to, as a matter of urgency, address the ongoing controversy surrounding the incorrect voter transfer and missing names in the voter register for the 2024 general elections. Well, according to him, this will prevent disenfranchisement of voters and to prevent potential violence during the December polls. Well, he made the call when the flag bearer of the opposition NDC called on him as part of his campaign of the Bono region.
The former president, as part of his 4-day campaign tour of the Bono region, called on the Regional House of Chiefs in Sunyani to advance his vision for the country if elected president. During the engagements, John Mahama raised the NDC's disapproval of missing names and transfer of voters to other regions, and called on traditional leaders to support the call of ensuring a peaceful election.
Register Aba NDC Yehun Dede
Ebin beka say oh NDC mo pe dede ye dodo. But asumdwe nti ne ye dede no. Se ne be ya ye be kire obi adwen akoso. Se sa register yi enuma bi enye ewo register no mu. Nti yenhwe ne enso ano. Enti ne eka. Bibie ni about the electoral process ewo se ye de eto oman nanim. Se ne be ya ye nyina be make sure say electoral commission be ye na dwuma yie. If you say electoral commission here the Juma ye, na bambo fonso ye omedwuma ye asumdwe beba.
The Domahene Osajifo Ojaho Ajiman Bedu II, who weighed in on the controversy, called on the Electoral Commission to a matter of urgency take steps to prevent potential violence during the upcoming elections.
Nti baby bebre amre ntimi mamenka. Yeah. Binim wora nipa be mpemienu mpemiensa mpemenan. Yeah. Bedini be every ho de ko baabi. Yeah. Asa ni bakroi. Anya ba bepe. Nya be ko electoral commission o se benyi bedini mfrim. Yeah. Na no de o ye de ne ba. Yeah. Na de no tia ya kase. Yeah. Yes robe. Every baabi ana fa baabi. Mbapesa bibi na kwaso sabadi bukata na sabesisi yes electoral commission for sa de ne benhwe ne yi electoral register obia register ni dini wom benfama party for benfa bi ma MPP benfa bi ma NDC benfa bi ma PNC benfa bi ma CPP benfa bi ma miande shia kuai donko na benfa bi ma kada na bi nko magum ni obia na ko ba se banyina ba wodini no na ba hu bibi sanya na amunamuni ya timi ehu akokra no dan twene ema ade ne mmene na nkofa hawo enyede mba.
With barely 3 months to the elections, the outspoken traditional leader also called on President Akufo-Addo and heads of state security to ensure a peaceful election without any casualties.
Electoral commissioner, security agencies, abana oteso mea the share na na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo. 2020 elections no me manguni ye. Manguni ye kwana mfa so manguni ye ni. Ya tachiman. Bantu aba tachiman. Se sapo se ni oka ho. Abatu ye nyina ye ko police station ni ye ko to aba na anya sa na nanom. Ye ko to aba no a ba kire ni padodo a ba wo register num ba ba to ye ni e bi anya ye bentali benjo ne pepepe. Pin sheet be nyi ndem fama. Oya de ni ye nyina ye ko to aba ba declare wa police station. Na ba kwa ka bom wo ba bi a ye nyina ye hia se ba kwa ka bom. Ba da ne tuo kwato.
All right, so the flag bearer of the governing MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says the party is now ready and focused to win the December polls while addressing the party faithfuls after filing his nomination on Monday. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said the opposition NDC earlier thought the MPP will not be ready for the December polls, but now that the campaigns are on, they are angry that the message of his campaign is catching on with the populace.
What I can tell you is that just about a year ago, many people were questioning whether the elephant would be able to ride to victory in December 2024. We were engaged in our internal party primaries and contests. And so we were a little distracted, and many people were questioning whether we would be able to win December 2024. Well, it's been a year since, and so far the MPP, the Elephant Party, is back in very good shape, and we are riding to victory in 2024. Let us make no mistake about it, that we have 89 days to go to the December 2024 election, and we have to work hard. This is just about 3 months. We have to work hard and come together, unify in every constituency, every electoral area, every polling station, to make sure we bring out our people on the day and to let people see what the MPP has done. So far, the narrative has changed and the momentum is now on our side. And our opponents a year ago seemed very confident. But today, rather than being confident, they seem very angry as they see themselves losing this election.
If you just joined in, this is News Tonight, and my name is Kweku. We'll close up with political stories for tonight. Not that we're short, we still have a lot, but we would want to make room for other stories. We're back shortly with more details, to stay with us. So thank you very much for keeping faith with us. It's now time to bring you updates from our world of business. But just before I go on, let me pause and say a big thank you to Bill's Microcredit for making us bring you business tonight. Well, tonight in business, the arrival of the District Road Improvement Program, I'm talking about drip machinery in Damango, marks a new chapter of the accelerated infrastructure development in the Savannah region. Well, the initiative promises not only better roads, but also the creation of jobs for local youth in the community.
The arrival of the district's road improvement program, DRIP, in the Savannah region has fueled hopes for faster infrastructure development. The program has stirred discussions, with some suggesting that the ruling NPP government has borrowed elements from a similar initiative introduced by the NDC in 2009. However, the Savannah Regional Minister Said Muhazu Jibril refuted such claims, asserting that this government's focus is unique in scope and delivery.
They are strictly to be used for the purposes that they are meant for. For now, they are supposed to be used for Department of Feeder Roads and even highways in some cases.
Said Mahuzu expressed optimism about the positive impact DRIP would have on the region's growth, particularly its potential to create much needed employment opportunities for local youth.
Depending on the number of equipment, it will determine number of people who are going to be employed.
The regional minister warned metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives against using the machines for personal gain or unauthorized revenue generation activities.
Any DC, for that matter, a district assembly official that is caught using this equipment for private gains will see the other side of the law, because that is not what they are meant for.
A representative of the overlord of Gonjaland, Kwembiruwa Babange Indefoso II, congratulated the government for the initiative, emphasizing the importance of maintaining the machinery for the benefit of the region. The drip machinery is expected to accelerate the development of road infrastructure in rural areas while significantly improving the livelihoods of the people. The business segment.
The sports brief. My name is Monica Bukari. Now let's head to AFCON, where the Black Stars of Ghana have been held to a 1-1 drawn game by Niger in the second group game in the AFCON 2025 qualifiers in Morocco. Ghana opened the scores in the 44th minute with a strike from Ali Dussein before halftime. Back from recess, and Niger through Umar Sako and pulled the equalizer in the 81st minute after Ghana failed to clear the ball from a corner kick. This result means Ghana sits third in Group F with 1 point, while Angola topped the table with 3 points, followed by Sudan also with 3 points, and Niger on a 1 point. Now the Black Stars prior to this game lost 1-0 to Angola in Kumasi.
With 10 minutes left of the game.
Away from AFCON, Diplomatic Corps won second edition of Diplomatic Fun Day organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration at the Bemakam Sports Complex. The event, dubbed A Day with the Diplomatic Corps, is an annual hallmark sporting and fun-filled event, which is its primary goal is to forge closer bonds of friendship between the officers of the ministry and members of the diplomatic community. The Diplomatic Corps won the final game over the Team Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now speaking at the event, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Honorable Shelley Ayokoboche, highlighted the importance of sports as one of the major factors to build trust, as well as deepen existing bonds of friendship across all divides.
We felt that apart from the official interaction and engagements, which is the main reason why they're here, we should also create a platform for the diplomats, first of all, to get to have fun with each other and also with the host country through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So this is why we created this opportunity for socialization. As you all know that socialization is a key part of the human existence and how we all thrive. So it's not just formally, but also informal interactions. So we are here having fun with each other, doing games and all kinds of activities, not just for the diplomats, but for their families as well, especially the children. We believe that it will foster unity amongst the diplomats and also with all of us. It sort of frees all of us to enjoy ourselves. We did it last year, and it was well patronized, and the diplomats were very happy with it.
And on that note, we would want to end the bulletin for tonight, but we're not done with the great information that we're sharing, the entertainment, and all that we're bringing to you tonight. Keep your channel right here. My name is Kweku Temeng on behalf of the entire production team. Tonight, we would want to salute you and appreciate you and also urge you to ensure that you bring the family together and brush with Pepsodent. With Pepsodent, every smile matters. To the team, we would want to say a big thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.